Okay, so build project. Yay. I don't even know where to start. So that used to be right here. And now it's going to be my canning shelf. Yay. So anyway, this thing is, my design is definitely going to be sturdy, no doubt. And it went from 5 feet long or wide to 6 feet because of that. Obviously, power is running down the wall to that. And that's where, obviously, where you need to anchor. Anyway, gotta love, you just gotta work with it, right? So I'm losing this little space. I was gonna keep this little space open because we have extra like folding chairs, when we have a lot of people and we have to put up more tables, whatever, for holiday meals and so forth. So I'm losing that space. So it's going to be butted against this wall and, of course, along this wall. Great. So anyway, just a really quick pop in here. Got the first one pretty much put together. Just got to put the plywood over top. But we're notching out the ends. I don't like butt ends for structure. Butt end wood is just not structurally sound. So, in my opinion, this piece of this shelf so far already weighs right at 18 pounds. Put the plywood sheathing on, and we're going to be over 20, 21, 22 pounds. And I'll show, this is just a construction zone, so it's all dirty. Yes, my floor doesn't normally look like this, but hey, is what it is. So here we go. This is another set of shelves ready. So it's just notched out on the radial saw for 1/2 inch depth, because these are 2x4s. So it gives me 1 inch left, 1/2 inch notch, 2x4 slots in there for the ends. And there you go. So that's kind of where we're at now, just putting the shelves together. That's the easiest thing. Just go ahead and get all shelves built, ready to roll. Then we'll figure out the depth once the plywood goes over top, and then we will notch my uprights. That's actually the frame. We will notch, and I'm putting them at heights that I want everything to be. So this first shelf right here, is the bottom of the shelf itself is going to be at 18 inches from the floor. And then we'll just measure up, as we go up on the uprights where the shelves are going to be. But get the shelves finished, measure total, what the total is going to be. And then we will not do this notch system into the 6 frame pieces that are actually going to hold all the shelves together and be screwed to the walls. So that's where we're at, and this should be done not long after lunch today, so that's great. We started yesterday just getting my lumber, doing math, trying to explain to these guys what it was I was wanting to do, and it looks like everything's coming together just as planned. Maybe a little heavier than I thought it was going to be, but hey, I'm going to have more space than I know what to do with. I guess that just means I need to can more. We'll be back in little bits and pieces here. Thanks.
Finder worked.
That's a lot of shelf space. Okay, good morning, guys. So, I got the canning shelf built. And, oh my. Luckily, I have 9-foot ceilings. This isn't finished, but it's enough to start putting everything on it. So, anyway, we'll work on that today. I've got to first put down I want to put, like a little, what you call it? Shelf paper stuff. I went to find some yesterday. Not exactly what I wanted, but it'll do. And that'll keep the jars from, sliding off easily. Oh, you can see. We are level. So anyway, excuse me, I'm just getting up for the morning. So, just real quick, the bottom is high enough for 5-gallon buckets, because if you're a canner, you better buy 20 pounds of sugar at a time, or 25 pounds, or whatever it is nowadays. Fits perfectly in a 5-gallon bucket, because pretty much every recipe is like 6, 7, 8 cups of sugar. So I'll be able to move those in here now. Also, my potatoes and sweet potato harvest, they'll go in crates down here as well. So that's kind of what I wanted, that height off the floor to start with. So next shelf, as you can see, is going to be the canner shelf. I already got the canners, just kind of was looking at it. I've got the roaster, will go over here. If you don't have a roaster, man, when you're processing a lot of stuff at one time, whether it's big vats of chili, roasting the tomatoes down for sauce, like I did. I don't think you've seen that video. I don't think I've put it up. French onion soup. It's awesome. And I found mine at a Goodwill for $20. Basically brand spanking new. So the deals are still out there when you look for them. This shelf and this shelf, I had specifically built 4-quart jars. Now, as of right now, I don't do a whole lot in quarts because there are just 2 of us. But when you do the meals like stew, you saw the stew, chili, if we get, beans, like beans, the sweet potatoes, things like that. Also, I do my tinctures, the fire cider, quart jars. And that's not to say there won't be half pints here either, but 1, 2, way up there, 3 is pint jars, or 4 built specifically for pint jars. So, looking at this, maybe, I thought I might do a barn door on the front. I don't know. I will for now, though. I'm going to get some fabric and make some curtains, because light, as you know, is detrimental to your canned food. It just, light degrades, your food. So, and since directly across is a window, now we do have low E windows, but still, they do, we still have Christmas. That's got to come down today too. There's a lot of mess. Got a lot of mess. The table's not where it needs to be. Nothing in here is right until I get this done. But it's a nasty day today. So anyway, I will show you what we need to do. So hang on. So I have been tucking jars throughout the house this year because I had nowhere to put them. So this is my son's room. Luckily, he hasn't popped in for a visit since September, because I'd have to move all the jars and the potatoes. So anyway, there's room 1 that's full of miscellaneous jars. Now let's go back out. Of course, in there's jars. Also, like I said, we still got stuff to move around here. And then this is the couch. This is the living room. And this has been covered because of the light. We get a lot of light here. Lots of light. So, jars, boxes, and boxes, and boxes of jars. So this is why I needed that, and that's the molding from the wall there. I'm going to do some trim work on this bottom before we get it all done. I want to put the molding back, if you can see it down there. It was easier just to go ahead and cut that length out than to try to, because you got to level and all that. So anyway, that's what's happening today. So once I get the paper or mat or whatever you call it on those shelves, I'll be able to take all my little jars that are hiding everywhere. I'm not sure if I'm going to put my empty jars, because you can see I always there's empty jars ready to roll. These are clean on top, ready to roll. And I always have a stash cleaned and ready to go back here in my Hoosier. It's supposed to be the bread bin, as you can see, in my Hoosier cabinet. But yeah, those are clean, ready to go jars. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. But anyway, if you're a canner, you probably also have jars stashed throughout your home. I used to, now I have plenty of space in my attic. I mean, this whole house is an attic. But do not want my jars up there, especially new ones with the flats, because it'll, hot, cold, mess up your flats. And then you would just be buying new flats to start your process. So I don't store my jars up there. Anyway, I may at some point, but so much easier just to grab them out of the room than have to go in the attic for a case of jars. Anyway, like I said, it's just a process. Maybe by the end of the day I'll have this done, but I've got other things to do, and probably try to pop out to the store, groceries, before all the crazies get out for New Year's. By the way, this is New Year's Eve, so hopefully everyone is going to have a blessed and safe New Year today, whatever you do. You see what I'm doing. Bye for now. Okay, we're back. So we got that little paper stuff on. Like I said, I wasn't too happy about having a light color, whatever, but easy to clean. Everything will stay on there. There are the canners. There's my big roaster. And some more paraphernalia. So now it's time to work on this. So this is not just this year, but the past, I don't know, 2, maybe 3, I think there's a couple of 2020s in here. So anyway, wanted to get it all here. Everything out of my son's room, off the couch, out of the other back room, and out of our working pantry. So this is everything. Everything from the deer we just did. I guess I did that in the last video, or here recently, Thanksgiving. The deer, chili. Got the beans I did a couple months ago. I know what this is actually. It's got a label on the front. So these are, you can see how old they are. 1.5 years. Oh, wait. Okay, applesauce from 19. I did this is, like I said, You should label things, but I know what they are, and this is the strawberry jam. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. It looks like a lot, but I have a feeling it's not going to look like that when we go over here. But this is the time to get it all together, see what I have, try to put things on the shelf, fruits, veg, proteins, which for us is mostly deer. I do have beef chili. Of course, spreads, corn syrup. You'll see this still has the lids on it, or the rings. This is corn syrup, so it shouldn't be a problem there. But this is the time when you see everything you have. And I've already taken that time to inventory. So we have all of our meats, what they are, peas for pints, Q's for quarts, all of our veg, the fruit spreads, anything pickled. Now you'll see that I don't have the jalapenos, the banana peppers, and the dill pickles on here yet because they were done 21 or 20. I can't remember. I think both. I'll tell you about that in just a second. Of course, the different fruits, pears, apples, blueberries, and then I put in applesauce. That could technically go to spreads. That's aside. And then the others, you got the French onion, the corn syrup, the cowboy candy, that cowboy marinade. I had to sneak in pasta sauce, which I only have 2 left. And that was from 21. Yes, I think I did that in December. I like to do my sauce or whatever in the winter when I don't have anything else to do because I have 2.5 gallons of tomatoes in the freezer. So that needs to be done soon. And of course I just noticed apple juice. I did do that last year. Oh, that marinade. You can see that. Where is that at? There it is. This stuff, we tried one. So that looks really good. And I think he did like a hot wing, and I did some like General Tso's. Could be a little thicker, so maybe if you add a little cornstarch or something. But it works great. It was yummy, yummy, yummy. Pork roast would be great for that. Anyway, so this is the time where I'm just going to kind of figure out what I have. And for this reason, see this pickle here? This is sliced dillies. There were 2 left in the back room. That's one. There's not the other one because here is so far the discard pile. And that, when I picked it up, started running off, leaking. So, bad. Throw away. Some other questionable things. This is years ago. It got stuck way back there. This is actually carrot cake jam. It's got a label somewhere. Yes, there it is. But you'll also see underneath that label, that was when I put it in the fair. Of course, I won a ribbon for it. Yay. But it's not supposed to be that color. And it's supposed to be jam, so you can see it's loose. That's got to go. Also, a couple of things that people have given me. Look at this. Now bands shouldn't have bands. And this is the reason. Look at that. That is a no-go. That's never been opened. Gotta go. I don't even know what that is. Oh, oof. I think it said chow chow. Yeah, chow chow. So, this is that process. Go through things, and my husband didn't like the looks of that. He just thought those were banana peppers. And they have, I don't know what you call it, ballooned up. He didn't like the looks of that, so he said get rid of that. So that's what we're going to do right now. We'll go through, kind of wipe everything. These are a little dusty from sitting back there. So, and I'm going to go ahead and put 21 on these. These 4 right here, green beans, need to be eaten first before we start on the other green beans. So, just, organizing. If I were doing the pantry challenge, this is what you do. You inventory what you have, you know what you need, and like I said, get rid of anything that's questionable. I mean, these were dill pickles, and they have really lost a lot of color, and they have the rings. Not overly concerned with pickles having the rings on them, but anyway, that's what you do. So you'll see that here again. Oh, wait a second. Also, we have down here. What do we have down here? These are a lot of the dehydrated stuff. So we got corn. This is yellow squash. Carrot tops, which makes a really good parsley if you don't have it. I have some pasta back there. Apple chips are dehydrated. This is my dehydrated section. More apples. Love this in oatmeal. So good. Of course, my chamomile for making tea. This is what's left of my fire cider. And this is a new tincture. And it's pretty much ready. It's supposed to be 8 weeks. This weekend is the weekend. So there's my goldenrod. Looks pretty good. And then the giant jar I still have of zucchini chips that were dehydrated. That was actually 5 pounds. That's a half. This is a half gallon. I did notice this. Look at here. So this is my quart. So if I just tilt it, the half gallons will fit in here as well, on these quart shelves. So that's great. Give me that little bit. I didn't have to make an extra shelf for larger items because you got this, height up here in the shelf. So you can see I'm still got space. So anyway, all right. See you again soon. Phew. Okay. all emptied. Pretty much all done. Oh, turkey tail. Anyway, that's another video, another day. Here we go. So, sugar. A little basket of sweet potatoes. I got to get the crate in here. That's going to be heavy. So, got to get the crate for the rest of the sweet potatoes. Yay. Canning shelf. Paraphernalia. Lots of flats. Okay, so over here right now I've got like the meds, the teas, the dehydrated stuff. All the dehydrated and medicine, tincture type things so far. So far we've got canned sweet potatoes, 2 different kinds. I didn't even know I had 2 different kinds. I had the Yukons, which I love, and some reds. Still plenty of space. Oh, water. I made my own purified distilled water. Anyway, there's the pintos. Got plenty of space. This starts the meats, protein section, chilies, 2 different types of meat, French onion, greeny beanies, creamy corn, really low on spaghetti sauce. Then I guess I'm going to have to zoom in or something. Can I zoom in? There we go. Salsa, not sauerkraut. That one is super hot pickles. There's a serrano pepper in there. I just found that. Those are my dilly zooks. Dilly zooks. Regular dillies. Blueberries, apples, then apple juice, clove pears, and then regular pears. Way up there. Blueberry, or no, blackberry, strawberry, applesauce, churros, if you can see. Is that churros? The really black looking. Right there. Somewhere. Here it is. Corn syrup. There's the marinade for the cowboy candy that's next door to it. And there seems to be about a dozen. Oh, more than a dozen. All of that's banana peppers. No, I'm sorry. No. First 2 are the new Italian. Whole peppers and then slices. So these are the sweet Italian peppers. And then 1, 2, 3 bananas, and then a jalapeno. So I think it turned out really good. Nothing moved and nothing shifted. So, and there's plenty of space, and I never even got to the top, and that's supposed to be the half pints up there. So I have lots of room, and right now I have them at 4 deep, I think. No, let's see here. What do I have? Yes, 3 and or 4 on the quarts. Now the pints, I could really do, I just about could do 5, but only did the 4. So, and I have all this little, behind there. I did hide some green beanies. So we're going to start right here, finish that row, and then that, and then that, and then that. So anyway. Journey. But I have plenty more to do. And tomorrow starts January. I believe Lisa over at Sutton Stays is doing another Canuary this year. So maybe I'll find some new things. I know Rachel over at 1870s Homestead just did a balsamic Brussels. I'm interested. I'm very interested because that's the only way I'll eat Brussels sprouts is if they're roasted balsamic with bacon. Anyway, so this is it. I hope everyone has a very safe New Year's Eve today or tonight. This will probably post tomorrow. So many blessings for a very happy new year. And let's see what 23 holds for us.